I only got it for our series Agents HD, the YouTube series. Check it out. Type it on YouTube. We have 2 episodes up on the Omega Agents HD YouTube channel. Check out my cousin Job's YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Spencer2nd. Subscribe, like his videos, share. Encourage him to make another YouTube so he can start monetizing his videos and whatnot. So anyway, we're looking at this. It's something old, but I got it for, like I said, Agents, for an upcoming fight, and some pretty cool special effects as well. Got my big old butcher knife out here, and that was not supposed to happen. Sorry about that if you went deaf, or if you're already deaf, sorry that it's not going to bring your hearing back. This box is very tightly taped. It's as if they were trying to R-word someone, but were not very successful. They were successful at taping it, just not at why is this box so hard to open. And some Mexican guy is going to be a beaner dick again and comment on my video, do you even know how to use a knife? Like, he commented, it was a Mexican guy named Hernandez or Fernando or something like that, Santiago, and he commented on one of my videos, in which I actually did use a knife properly. He said, do you even know how to use a knife? And I'm like, really? I watched the video and I just cut straight through, so I don't know what the hell he was talking about. He was a little dick. He needs to go back to Mexico. Donald Trump, send him back to Mexico, please. Alright. Wow, they really did this nicely. It's my eBay receipt. If you're wondering how much I spent on it, I actually got a really good deal because this looks almost new. It's from 2009, 2010, around there. It cost $139.98, and I saw others that this came with the box and everything that originally came with the CDs, the software, which you never use because company-made software is shit. Like Canon, when they have stuff with their CDs, they're like Canon EOS importer or whatever. It's shit. $139.98. Most of them that don't come with that, that's just the camera and a battery and maybe an SD card, are $189, $190, $230 is the highest I've seen. But now that they're actually learning how valuable these things are, the prices have shot up dramatically, astronomically, if you want to be so inclined to go in about it. So this is basically a new thing. It said it was lightly used. I'm guessing it was a pawn shop I bought it from that uses eBay, which I've had happen before. I'm outside because outside videos are really relaxing usually. Gotta get all this. Good God, snowing in freaking the end of April. I gotta pick all this up. I'm just glad they really cared. It must be a pawn shop or someone that's really dedicated. Oh, shit. And this is nicely wrapped, nicely bubble wrapped as well. Holy ghost. Coast to coast. But yeah, it looked new. It was a great price. I almost bought one for double this, just the camera, from another guy. Because no one really knew how valuable these things would be because of a special feature that I'm going to display near the end of the video, maybe near the middle of the video, somewhere. That is if it works. It does say lightly used works, but yeah, it's still got the original tape on it. There you go. Handycam, Sony HDR CX100. So I have to redo this part of the video because my external microphone battery was dying. It caused a lot of noise. Example here. Alright, so it says operating system Microsoft Windows XP SP3, that's Service Pack 3, Windows Vista SP1 Service Pack 1. CPU needs to be at least an Intel Pentium 4, 2.8 gigahertz, otherwise it'll be laggy. Hell, it might even be laggy on that. HDMI, high-speed USB 2.0, Memory Stick Pro Duo. They only take memory sticks, which is PSP memory cards. I have an off-brand one that has a crack in it, but I believe it still works because it still works on my old PSP. Dolby Digital Stereo Creator, sound, memory stick again, HDMI, 1080i is the highest it goes, which sucks because a lot of things, again, just like the Canon Vixia HFR 300 said 60p on lots of websites, and it's actually 60i. It's 60 frames being shot, but compressed down to 30 frames, which means slow motion is almost a no-go. So slow-mo is no-go. But I did buy it for another special hidden feature it has, and I can't wait to test it out, like I mentioned earlier. So, it's time to almost start seeing... Oh, it shoots in NTSC. It's time to almost start seeing things. Cool. The batteries. With fully charged battery at default settings, here are the specs you get on battery time. Keeps moving up. With the NP FH50, you get 90 minutes, which I believe is the default. A lot of people were saying that that's bad. Oh, it only shoots 90 minutes. Well, guess what? I know you're used to the cameras in the 80s and 90s that actually had like a 3-hour battery packs this huge or this small and getting you that long. Now it's about being cheap. It's about being cheap. So for 2009, 2010, having a battery that actually lasted 90 minutes, unlike the Canon batteries which last 30 minutes, fuck's sake, that's a godsend. It's about being cheap. How can I make the most money and give them, and screw the buyer, but whatever. But this is actually pretty good. With the NP FH70, you get 195 minutes on default. And with the NP FH100, you get estimated 440 minutes, and within 3 years it goes down to 400 because batteries deteriorate over time. I'm not going to read the rest of this because I just read it earlier. Up to 7 hours battery life, which is not true. Like I said, I just talked about Black Noir Handycam. There is another image of the product. 8 gigabytes internal memory, 4.0 megapixels, way better than anything Canon's coming out with in this department. Smile shutter, touch panel, probably finicky. HDSD switchable, which is weird. One touch disc burn, easy Handycam. Oh, cool, disc burn. Recommended is buying an extra battery with the carrying case. Full HD 1080, 1920 by 1080 recording. Again, original AV cables. Time to open it up. The box looks great in my opinion. I don't really care, it looks great. You get the manual, Sony, notes on using a computer, how to work it in your computer. You get the manual that looks almost untouched because seriously, who reads the manual? Except for people that have issues, they go onto Google and still don't find their answer when it's right here. Takes a long time, but oh well. Camera pages, just information about how to use it, how to edit it on your computer. It's great. Gotta make sure I'm still recording. Yes. I don't want to run into another one where I keep talking and the battery ended up dying. Okay, you get the CD, the Handycam to give it your computer the drivers in order to use the stuff. Handycam, talking about lens filters, which another reason why I got this is because you can get lenses for this. The VCL HDA07 to the VCL HGE07A. You can buy them online. They're conversion lenses. You can get zoom lenses, wide angle, things like that for this. I don't know how good they are. I don't know how bad they are. I really don't care. I'm going to get some because it's almost like a DSLR and a Handycam. You get the 15% off eligible accessories with codes when you register your product. Yeah, everything is still wrapped up. Look at this. It was barely even used. Your TV cables, audio cables, things like that. Used by Handycams at the time. Even Canon had outports like that. There's a beautiful battery. The ActiForce Info Lithium, which I swear should say, yeah, it says Sony on it. MP FH50, which on one of the box sides actually said 50 will give you 90 minutes at least, but I don't know. I've read reviews of people who said theirs didn't last as long. You get your AV cables. Red, white, yellow. Still wrapped up. I'm not going to show you that yet. You know me, I like to be an asshole. You get your USB cable, a weird looking one, a weird gray looking USB cable. You get your charge cable, looks like a PSP or PS2 cable, which is pretty cool. And you get the other part of the charge cable, which is really long, really awesome. Canon are pretty cheap when it comes to this shit. I don't know about the new Sony cams, but Canon never gives you that much convenience. But they're great. They're still a great company. I love them. And I gotta hurry up because the battery's dying. Again, 3 freaking batteries are dead within 5 minutes. Here it is. Here's the Sony. Here is the Sony HDR CX100 Full HD. Same thing that we were on the box. Looks pretty new. Looks hardly used. You got your zoom in, zoom out, your photo button. It does take photos. You have speaker. You have your 2 stereo microphones. It says Sony in between the middle. 4.0 megapixels. You have a tripod port. Batteries, just like the Canon handy cams, I guess. It just doesn't stick in there. You have your touchscreen, as they claim. Record button, which is very convenient right there. Zoom in, zoom out, very convenient. Home button. Easy mode, display, power, disc burn. So weird, disc burn. Your view, what you shot, your memory card slot, which is just like Canon's, which I'm guessing that Canon copied them, because I don't remember old Canons having that. I've used Canon film cameras, handy cams, everything, and I don't remember them ever having it. On the side, you have your HDMI out, your USB in, so it's easy to transfer, not having to mess up your cards, which are pretty hard to find, Magic 8 cards. Reset to default buttons, and get ready for the test, because sorry that I rushed this part. Oh, it comes with a Carl Zeiss 1.8/3.2 to 32 lens, Vario Tessar. And yeah, you can put lenses on this. You have your lens cover too. I don't know if it works. These things always give me freaking trouble. Yeah, it works. They're just really easy to break. That's cool. That's cool. So I'm gonna try and get a close-up of it before the battery dies. There it is. Yeah, you guys really can't see anything. It's really dark. But yeah, there's some buttons. It's got a cool little strap with it too. So I'm gonna try and get some of these lenses and do tests. Let's do a video test on the 240 FPS mode that I mentioned earlier. This is in full 100% 1080p HD, 16 megabytes per second. The other setting was on the second highest quality. I forget what it is, like QHD quality HD, but this one is full HD. So sorry about the misinformation. This is zoom in. Look at that bokeh. Look at that bokeh. Look at that bokeh.